Hi, I'm Paul Welton, producer of The Only Way Is Up. In this making of, I'll try to give some insight into the interesting aspects of its production. Once the script was complete, work began on storyboarding to get some visual ideas for the film down on paper.
Just wondered how you got my details.
Well, he's no friend of yours. I could kill that Jade for what he's done to you.
I'm afraid we're out of time.
It was uncanny how many of those early drawings made it right through to the final film. Plenty of special effects were needed, from microphone boom removal,
Do I know you from somewhere?
creating the view that Madame Zophel could see in her crystal ball,
explain our plans and financial needs far more clearly than I can on the phone.
to creating the floor numbers in the block of flats where Madame Zophel lived. We soon rejected the idea of making those out of MDF, even with power tools. It was decided to create them digitally with Adobe After Effects. One of its features, the 3D camera tracker, is ideal for this task. It analyzes the regular 2D footage and mimics the camera as it moves about in the scene, so that 3D objects such as the floor number appear in a fixed position relative to the scene. Once the tool has analyzed the scene, the text and camera can be created. The number needed can be typed in and the size, orientation and position adjusted. It still looks like computer text, but it becomes far more realistic when the lighting is modeled. The color of the light is set to the same as the background. The length of the shadows is controlled by the depth of the shadow catcher behind the numbers. The shadows were made more diffuse to match the shadowless lighting of the scene. Some problems remain. The software does not realize that some items in the original footage should be on top of the numbers, and the fire notice is still visible under the number. Fortunately, the building was so new and unblemished that the notice could be removed by copying some of the wall lower down on top of it. The overhanging landing was restored by using a copy of the original footage over the top of the number and masking it appropriately. For the lift display, I wanted to retain the look of the display technology, which has a coarse-grained, pixelated look. This is achieved by creating a plain solid and adding a grid and using the corner pin effect to fit it into the footage. The words are simple text, but using a font which mimics the blocky look of old displays. Simulating the effect of dirt and marks on the screen and adding some reflections to the edges completes the effect. The building in which the film was made had only 3 floors, so to give the impression of being high up in a tower block, the outside views needed to be changed to pictures taken from the 9th floor and higher. But for an explanation of how we enabled Madame Zophel to twist Jake and Nora around her little finger, I will leave that as an exercise for the viewer.